Hey guys, this is me and the Hawkeye bow. Uh, if you don't already know, Nerf has had this annoying tendency. I don't know if it's annoying or not, but I wish they just keep re-releasing it under the same name, of continually redoing and re-releasing the Big Bad Bow. I don't know what the deal about this is, but they seem to continually redo the Big Bad Bow. It has in this edition, it has a new awesome paint job. Frankly, I wasn't a big fan of the red and black. It just looked, I don't know, vampire. Can I use that term? It just didn't. It just really looked kind of evil. So, no offense to anybody who might happen to like vampires. It just did not. I just did not like it. This is basically just a half-inch PVC couplered Big Bad Bow. There's nothing incredibly special about it, other than I removed the second set of catches. I really just did not like how those worked, and I don't know. I like the bow feel of it. This here is an extension barrel. This is, if I remember correctly, half-inch CPVC, 4-shot RSCB. I didn't really do anything particularly fancy, other than accidentally buying the wrong kind of elbow. I bought a half-inch CPVC elbow instead of a half-inch PVC elbow, and thus had to use a different kind of cement, which I just don't like how it looks, but it functions well enough. Half-inch CPVC adapters fit pretty well into half-inch PVC adapters. Interestingly, they seem to have the same OD. This is my first time using a PVC clip of this sort. I don't know how much I like it. I like that the rate of fire of the Big Bad Bow has increased significantly. I certainly know I don't like hoppers. But I guess the RSCB, I'd rather just use some sort of breech. I wish I could find a better way to use the breech. Oh, doorbell. This turned out really well. This is built for streamlines. This is my first experience reaming PVC, and it wasn't too good. I don't have any particular method of reaming, so I had to use a Dremel with a grinding bit, and then scissor. So that was not fun. I actually had to do that twice, but I'll explain that later. I used an end cap from a past project that I tried to do, and if you haven't already noticed, it has a little dot of hot glue on the end. I'm not particularly sure if that is going to hurt its performance in any way. I would assume not. I don't think that the air would be hitting it hard enough to pop out the hot glue, but anyway, it certainly doesn't match the rest of the end cap. I'm an aesthetics kind of a guy. I guess I want everything to match. The gun itself, I'm sure you've had one of those mods where you're like, ah! That was one of these moments for me. My first Big Bad Bow, and I was completely unprepared. Not to say I didn't understand what I was looking at, it was just so frustrating. I did not have the materials to cut the springs, the replacement springs, so I had to squeeze them together and squeeze all that when I put it back together. And then the second set of catches kept popping out while I was sticking it together, and a whole bunch of problems with this piece here getting separated from this. And while I was doing my tests, and then suddenly realized I had forgotten a screw. Anyway. anyway, if you haven't already noticed, this has the bow arms still on it. No string though. The string was getting in my way while I was doing the mod, and I just didn't really feel it was necessary. It still looks pretty awesome without it. The seal, I had an awful lot of trouble with the seal. The gun just would not seal properly. I ended up super gluing electrical tape over the original plunger head, which wasn't the most awesome thing in the world. This gun has an Ace number 49 spring, and I believe a Scout spring, just because that's all I had on hand. I had thought about using a big bad bow and the original spring and the Ace 49, but I felt that's too much power for mostly stock wars, and also that would make it horrendously hard to cock for somebody who's used to a stock gun. The half-inch coupler, my Home Depot just did not have the plumber scoop, and that made it. And it's really difficult to install, at least in this case, a half-inch coupler with epoxy putty. I just had to roll it out, and I wasted a whole bunch because it kept drying up just when I got it the way I wanted it, and then I couldn't mold it and get it back in there, so I had to scrape it off before it got on hard. I don't know. But in the end, it was. I don't think this coupler will ever come off. It's hard, which is good because my Schedule 80 PVC has a very tight, snug fit in this coupler. I'm not particularly sure why. Regular PVC seems to be fine, but I don't know. Just weird. Another thing I did is I followed the Coop 772's method of reinforcing the plunger ring, but it was kind of annoying since the pictures weren't working. The pictures don't load. I don't know. Does space on Photoshop or does space on Photobucket cost or something? I don't know. I don't know why people delete them. I can't see how they have so many photos that they have to start deleting them. Especially when they're on form. I don't know. That was just annoying. And I had to follow as best I could from the text instructions, which wasn't too good. But I actually did not use the same washer size as he did. I used a different one. That's just because I had something on hand that seemed to fit an awful lot better. I didn't have to cut it or anything. And it seems to be holding pretty well. Then again, this wasn't exactly a Hercules spring combo. I probably could have just left it stock, but I don't know. I would prefer it to last forever. The draw on it is pretty insane. Just compared to stock guns, I'm sure this is a pretty weakling spring combo for anybody else who may be more familiar with pump snaps, K26s, and K25s. I guess for me, this works really well. I'm still getting used to the RSCB clip though. It seems to see when I dump blaster, often this clip snaps down and hits my hand. So I keep it here snug so it doesn't move. This barrel is an awful lot shorter than I would prefer, but for some reason this gun just would not fire it with a longer RSCB. With a longer RSCB barrel. I think that must be because of the huge amounts of dead space that was created. Oh well. I have a second barrel, the barrel I used originally for the RSCB clip, and it fires a lot harder as long as the clip mechanism is on there. With the clip mechanism on, it fires farther, but you have to cock and fire the gun 3 times in a row. And I don't know about you, but in Stock Wars that really would not work. Rate fires everything. So overall, this is a pretty neat gun, at least for Stock Wars. The next clip will be a firing video, so you can see how well it fires if you aren't familiar with Big Bad Bows. Alright, I'm back with the firing video. This is the longer barrel without the clip mechanism. That hits around 40 to 50 feet, which isn't spectacular by just normal Nerf modding standards, but it's okay for my purposes. This is the RSCB 4-shot streamline clip. It doesn't really hit as hard, but it seems to be getting around the same range. Well, the last shot you saw there blasted the barrel off. I have to be careful about that. Oftentimes it does that just because I wasn't careful enough and didn't put the barrel on hard enough. I really need to remember to be more careful. Anyway, I'll be back for the final. This is a really neat blaster. You can get it for just 25 bucks at Walmart. I don't know. If you don't already have a indoor primary, I'd recommend getting this. If you're into really high range blasters, this won't have much. This particular mod probably won't be for you. Even with insane springs and a completely redone plunger head, you still will not be getting normal. You'll still be just touching 90 and 100. You won't be getting the pump snap 130 and the pump snap and plus bow 130 ranges in that area. Overall, for me, this is a really nice blaster. Thanks for watching.